This is the Dodge Demon 170, a 4,275-pound monster that delivers 1,025 horses and zero BS. It's bold, it's unapologetically loud. As you'd expect from a car that costs nearly $100,000, it's the quickest and most powerful machine in its class. This probably explains why the NHRA banned it, yet Dodge says it's completely road legal. So, how exactly is that possible? Well, to answer this question, we'll need to review the argument from both sides. But before then, let's get some background story on this car and explore some of its craziest features, including an outrageous parachute and a first-of-its-kind launch control system. And towards the tail end of this video, I'll reveal 5 interesting facts about this car that you wouldn't find anywhere else. When Dodge announced that it would officially discontinue the Challenger and Charger models in December 2023, earheads were caught in two minds. On one hand, they were sad because these are two iconic car models that had dominated the automobile scene for nearly 6 decades. But on the other hand, they were excited because the announcement came with a pleasant surprise: the grand introduction of 7 new Challenger and Charger models, called the Last Call. You've probably seen or heard about them already, but just in case you haven't, this iconic fleet includes the Challenger RT Scat Pack Shakedown, Charger Super B, Challenger RT Scat Pack Swinger, SRT Hellcat King Daytona, SRT Hellcat Red Eye Black Ghost, and the Challenger SRT Demon 170, which many people have described as the world's most powerful muscle car. But is this really a true representation of the car's ability? Well, there's only one way to find out. Like the rest of Dodge's last call models, the 2023 Challenger SRT Demon 170 is stacked with an array of exciting features and amenities, perhaps even more than we can explore in a single video. But I'll do my best to cover everything, starting from the weirdest and most unimaginable features you wouldn't expect to see in a road-legal car. And when I say weird, I mean things that will make you do a double take, like a parachute. Yes, you heard that right. This thing is so fast and so ferociously powerful that Dodge felt it was necessary to tame it with a parachute. The parachute mounting kit costs $1,395, and the release lever adds another $899, bringing the total to around $2,300. The Dodge Demon 170 has a staggered wide-body design, measuring 57 inches in height, 198 inches in length, and 79 inches in width without mirrors. It has a base curb weight of 4,280 pounds and a minimum ground clearance of 4.5 inches. But that's not all. This thing comes with a 16.2 cubic feet trunk space and massive 70-liter fuel tank. It's fitted with powerful Brembo brakes that can tame it from 60 miles per hour to a standstill within 97 feet. Additionally, the Demon 170 is equipped with an 8-speed transmission, offering the driver more efficiency and precision when switching between gears. This transmission shaft is 0.4 inches larger in diameter and 30% stronger than the one installed in the Hellcat Red Eye. And as for the wheels, Dodge is offering some nice Mickey Thompson ET Street R tires, 245/55 R18 in front and 315/50 R17 at the back. There's also the optional $11,500 wheels with aluminum spokes and carbon fiber rim with titanium bolts. Other features of this car include front and rear anti-roll bars and the electric power assist speed sensing steering. Lest I forget, there are some really big features that we haven't touched on yet, like the ultra-powerful 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8 engine and the next-generation TransBrake 2.0 launch control system. But before we get to those, let's take a look at the assertive and superficial styling implemented across the exterior of the car. Right off the bat, the bold stance is noticeable even from afar. That imposing presence is felt across other areas of the exterior, like the fender, which is pronounced arches that extend outwards. Now, these arches aren't just there for fun. They provide extra width for the wheels and tires. Similarly, its 45.2 square inches hood scoop is unmistakable, just like the sleek Demon logo and the optional sunroof, which cost $10,000. However, it is the mean-looking deck-lid spoiler that ties everything together, giving the Demon 170 a sinister and sophisticated edge. But guess what? It gets even better when you slide into the cabin. Here, you're immediately greeted by plush leather seats, luxury, and an ambient atmosphere that screams comfort and serenity. Additionally, the interior is equipped with different advanced amenities, all of which serve different purposes. Speaking about that, do you remember the TransBrake 2.0 launch control system we spoke about earlier? Well, it's time to unpack its functions. Essentially, the TransBrake 2.0 launch control system is a sophisticated technology that allows the driver to adjust the torque setting and other parameters of the car to match different track conditions, ranging from drag strips to regular street tarmac and even specially customized tracks. Originally built for hardcore drag racing, Dodge first introduced the TransBrake on the 2018 Challenger SRT Demon, and the experiment was quite successful. Now, the American automaker is planning to unleash it again with the 2023 Demon 170, only this time with a lot more improvements and upgrades. For instance, deploying this special feature automatically increases the engine throttle of the car by up to 2,359 RPM, allowing the driver to manage tire slip during launch and achieve maximum acceleration. But guess what? That's not all. The TransBrake launch control system is fitted with LineLock, a special feature that locks the front brake independently, optimizing tire contact and reducing wheel hop during launch. But here's the best part that you haven't heard yet. Despite its numerous functionalities, the TransBrake system is activated by a single push of a button. It's absolutely impressive, but certainly not as impressive as the earth-shattering capabilities of the engine. At the heart of this beast is a revolutionary powertrain that challenges the boundaries of what street-legal muscle cars can do. I'm talking about a 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8 engine that delivers unbridled power and a loud roar every time it's revved. But more than anything else, the best part of this engine is its performance. Built on the advanced Hemi architecture infrastructure featuring large valves, this bad boy cranks out 1,025 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 945 pound-feet of torque. On top of that, it generates a mind-blowing 2.004 G-force acceleration, the highest of any production car in the world. This thing can go from 0 to 60 in just 1.66 seconds, and a quarter-mile journey takes only 8.91 seconds at 150 miles per hour. For context, that makes the Demon 170 the fastest muscle car ever made. And just to blow your mind a little bit more, this beast is actually faster than the Bugatti Chiron. Now, that's some otherworldly level of performance, but it's important to note that it's only achievable if you run the car with E85 and on a prep track. But what happens if you don't have E85 gas? Well, the car runs just fine on 91 octane, only that going for this option reduces the maximum power supply from 1,025 horses to 900 horses and 810 pound-feet of torque. Despite the sheer intimidation of these numbers, the Dodge Demon 170 meets all the necessary regulations to be driven on public roads. But here's the shocking part. It is illegal to race the Demon 170 on a drag strip. This is because it can travel through a quarter mile in just 8.91 seconds. And according to the NHRA, the body that regulates and hosts drag racing events across America and Canada, any car that must run its quarter-mile course under 9 seconds must do so with a parachute or within a cage. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the Demon 170 supports the parachute feature, but it's not factory fitted, and that's why it was outlawed by the NHRA. With that said, it's time to fulfill my promise by revealing the 5 interesting facts about this car that you wouldn't find anywhere else. 5. The fuel injectors in the Demon 170 are so massive, they can supply up to 164 gallons of fuel per hour. That's more than an average showerhead can supply. 4. Only 3,300 Demon 170s were produced, with 3,000 units sold in the US and 300 units shipped to Canada. 3. The redesigned Demon badge has yellow eyes and the numeral 170 inscribed on it. This figure represents the alcohol-proof content of ethanol, because as I mentioned earlier, this beast runs on E85 gas. 2. During a quarter-mile sprint, the Demon 170 sucks in 105 cubic feet of air, which is equivalent to the lung capacity of 816 humans. 1. And finally, the heat generated by its ultra-powerful V8 engine can boil 1 quart of water at room temperature in just 1.2 seconds. As one of the world's foremost automakers, Dodge has built a reputation of excellence for itself, and the Demon 170, with its enormous power and zero BS, would definitely reinforce that reputation even further.